Novels, emails, scripts, texts are how we communicate. In this episode, we'll explore words that describe different types of written content, from manuscript to transcript. With definitions, examples, and images, let's learn the language of texts. Abstract as verb. To consider something theoretically or independently of concrete evidence or specific instances. To extract or summarize the essential points or features of something. The researcher abstracted the main findings of the study into a concise summary for publication. It can be challenging to abstract general principles from complex data sets. The professor encouraged his students to abstract the main themes from the text rather than focusing on minor details. The architect abstracted key elements from nature to inspire the design of the building. She tried to abstract the underlying meaning of the poem through careful analysis. Commentary is noun. A series of comments or explanations on something, such as a book, a piece of artwork, or an event. An expression of opinions or offering of explanations about an event or situation. The film director's commentary on the DVD provided fascinating insights into the making of the movie. The professor's commentary on the Shakespearean sonnet shed light on its historical context and thematic elements. In her article, she provided a thoughtful commentary on the state of education in the country. The sports commentator provided live commentary during the soccer match, offering insights into player strategies and game dynamics. The political commentator's commentary on the news program offered a critical analysis of current events. Tome is noun. A large, heavy, or scholarly book, especially one containing specialized or detailed information. A volume forming part of a larger work or series. The professor's desk was cluttered with ancient tomes on various subjects. He inherited a collection of leather-bound tomes from his grandfather's library. The medieval manuscript was a valuable tome preserved in the archives. She spent hours poring over the dusty tomes in the library's rare book collection. The encyclopedia is a massive tome covering a wide range of topics. Bibliography as noun. A list of books, articles, or other sources consulted or referenced in a scholarly work or research project. The study or practice of compiling such lists. At the end of her research paper, she included a detailed bibliography listing all the sources she had referenced. The historian spent hours in the archives, compiling a comprehensive bibliography of primary sources for her book. The library's database allows users to search for books by author, title, or bibliography. As part of the assignment, students were required to create an annotated bibliography summarizing each source's content and relevance. The professor's lecture on ancient history included a recommended bibliography for further reading. Literature as noun. The body of written or printed material on a particular subject or field of study. Written works, especially those considered to have artistic or intellectual value, often categorized by genre, form, or historical period. Shakespeare's plays are considered classic works of literature, studied and performed around the world. American literature encompasses diverse voices and perspectives, reflecting the country's cultural, social, and historical experiences. Science fiction literature explores speculative scenarios and futuristic concepts, often reflecting on the implications of technological advancements. The library's collection includes a wide range of literature, from novels and poetry to essays and short stories. In academic circles, scholars often conduct research and publish articles in peer-reviewed literature on their respective fields. Periodical as noun. A publication issued or published at regular intervals, typically weekly, monthly, or quarterly. A magazine, journal, or newspaper that appears periodically. An edition or installment of a periodical publication, a single issue or issue number of a magazine, journal, or newspaper. He subscribes to several literary periodicals to stay updated on contemporary literature. The latest issue of the periodical includes articles on politics, culture, and current events. She enjoys browsing through the periodical section of the bookstore to discover new magazines and journals. The library has a vast collection of periodicals covering a wide range of topics and interests. The university's academic journal is considered one of the leading periodicals in its field. Paper as verb. To cover, wrap, or enclose something with paper material, often for protection, storage, or presentation purposes. To fill or complete a form, document, or report by writing or typing on paper. To document or record information on paper media. She papered the windows to block out the sunlight during the heat wave. Before mailing the package, she papered the contents to prevent damage during transit. The students were instructed to paper their essays and submit them to the professor by the deadline. He papered the walls of his room with vintage posters and artwork. The gift was carefully papered and tied with a decorative ribbon. Publication as noun. The act or process of producing and distributing printed or digital materials, such as books, newspapers, magazines, or academic journals. The written or printed work itself, made available to the public through various mediums. The newspaper's investigative journalism led to the publication of several groundbreaking articles. The author eagerly awaited the publication of her latest novel. The academic journal accepts submissions for publication from scholars and researchers worldwide. The author eagerly awaited the publication of their debut novel. The publication of the research findings sparked discussions and debates within the scientific community. Writing as verb. The act or process of composing or creating written text, such as stories, essays, or articles. The act or process of forming letters or characters on a surface, typically with a pen, pencil, or keyboard. She spent hours writing in her journal, documenting her thoughts and experiences. He enjoys writing poetry in his spare time. She was writing a letter to her friend when the power went out. Students were tasked with writing a research paper on a topic of their choice. The author is currently writing a new novel set in medieval times. Memoir as noun. A historical account or biography written from personal knowledge or special sources. An autobiography or written record of one's personal experiences and observations. His memoir provided insights into his struggles with addiction and recovery. Reading her memoir offered a glimpse into the life of a famous artist. The actress published a candid memoir revealing her private battles with mental health. The author's memoir recounted her experiences growing up during wartime. The politician's memoir detailed the challenges and triumphs of his career. Footnote as noun. A note or reference placed at the bottom of a page in a book, document, or academic paper, providing additional information or citation. A supplementary or explanatory comment appended to a piece of text, typically indicated by a numeral or symbol in the main body of the text. The professor encouraged students to utilize footnotes to support their arguments and provide evidence for their claims. The historian included several footnotes in his book to acknowledge sources and provide further context for readers. In academic writing, it is important to properly format footnotes according to the required citation style. The legal document contained numerous footnotes citing relevant case law and statutes. The footnotes at the end of each chapter offered readers insights into the author's research and methodology. Volume as noun. The amount of space that a substance or object occupies, typically measured in cubic units. The quantity or amount of something, especially when great or substantial. The volume of traffic on the highway peaks during rush hour, causing congestion and delays. She turned up the volume on the radio to drown out the noise from the construction site. The volume of sales increased sharply after the company launched its new product. The volume of water in the lake decreased significantly during the drought. The book consists of 3 volumes, each containing a different part of the story. Document as noun. A physical or digital object containing textual, graphical, or multimedia content intended for communication or reference. A piece of written, printed, or electronic material that provides information or evidence about something. A record or official paper. The contract is a legal document outlining the terms and conditions of the agreement. The historian consulted various historical documents to research the event. The library's collection includes rare manuscripts and historical documents. She presented her findings in a detailed document that summarized her research. Please submit your resume and other required documents with your job application. Paper as adjective. Existing only in written or printed form. Theoretical or hypothetical rather than practical or real. Made of or resembling paper material. Having the texture, appearance, or properties of paper. She wrapped the fragile items in paper packaging to protect them during shipping. His paper proposal was well received by the academic committee. The company introduced a new paperless system to reduce environmental impact and improve efficiency. The artist created intricate paper sculptures using origami techniques. The professor assigned a paper assignment on the topic of environmental sustainability. Writing as noun. The act, art, or process of producing or composing written text. The use of written symbols to convey meaning. Written or printed text considered as a whole. A piece or body of written work, such as a book, article, or manuscript. He has a talent for writing engaging and persuasive essays. Her writing is known for its clarity and elegance. The professor assigned a challenging piece of writing for the students to analyze. The writing on the wall was difficult to decipher, obscured by layers of graffiti. She pursued a career in writing, publishing several novels and short stories. Scroll as noun. A roll of parchment or paper for writing or painting on. An ancient or medieval manuscript or document. The artist carefully painted scenes on the parchment scroll. He unrolled the scroll and began to read the ancient text. The library houses a collection of rare scrolls from different historical periods. The calligrapher displayed a beautifully written scroll at the exhibition. The ancient scroll contained the secrets of an ancient civilization. Essay as noun. A short piece of writing on a particular subject, usually presenting the author's personal views or arguments. A written composition that provides an analysis, interpretation, or critique of a topic or issue. She wrote an essay on the importance of environmental conservation for her ecology class. The student received praise from the teacher for her insightful essay on social justice. His latest collection of essays explores the complexities of human nature and relationships. The newspaper published an essay discussing the impact of technology on modern society. The essayist's works cover a wide range of topics from politics to literature. Paper as noun. A thin material made from wood pulp, rags, or other fibers, used for writing, printing, drawing, packaging, or wrapping. A written or printed document, typically containing information, instructions, or official records. A piece of paper with writing or printing on it. The contract was signed and sealed on paper to make it legally binding. She carefully folded the paper into a paper airplane and launched it across the room. The office printer ran out of paper, causing a delay in printing the documents. He scribbled a note on a scrap of paper and left it on the kitchen counter. The newspaper published an editorial on environmental conservation. Novel as adjective. New and original, not resembling anything seen or experienced before. Unusual or different in a fresh and interesting way. The company introduced a novel product that revolutionized the industry. The scientist made a novel discovery that changed the way we think about the universe. The author's novel interpretation of the classic tale received critical acclaim. The novel approach to teaching has proven to be effective with students of all ages. The artist used a novel technique to create a unique and beautiful painting. Pamphlet as verb. To condense or summarize information into a concise printed format, suitable for distribution as a pamphlet. To produce or distribute pamphlets, typically for the purpose of advocacy, education, or promotion. To create and disseminate printed materials to inform or persuade others about a particular subject. The author pamphlet extensively to promote their new book at the book fair. Volunteers pamphlet the area with information about local resources available to residents in need. The political candidate pamphlet door-to-door to introduce themselves to voters in the district. The organization plans to pamphlet the neighborhood to raise awareness about the upcoming community event. Students pamphlet the campus with flyers advertising the upcoming charity fundraiser. Booklet as noun. A pamphlet or brochure containing information, instructions, or advertisements. A small book consisting of a few pages, typically with information on a specific topic or purpose. The travel agency handed out booklets with itineraries and travel tips to their clients. The booklet included instructions on how to assemble the furniture. The booklet contained recipes for healthy meals and tips for maintaining a balanced diet. She created a booklet to distribute at the conference, outlining the key points of her presentation. The hotel provided a booklet with details about local attractions and dining options. Manuscript as adjective. In its original, handwritten, or typed form, before being printed. Written by hand or typed, not printed. The author submitted the manuscript to the publisher for consideration. The manuscript was carefully preserved in the library's archives. The manuscript was discovered in an old chest in the attic, hidden away for decades. Scholars study ancient manuscripts to gain insights into historical texts. She spent months revising her manuscript before sending it to literary agents. Journal as noun. A daily record of events or business, a diary. A periodical, especially one published by a learned society, university department, or professional organization, containing scholarly articles, research papers, or reports. He wrote an entry in his journal every evening before going to bed. The explorers' journals provided valuable insights into the culture of the indigenous people. The scientist's journal article was published in a prestigious academic journal. The library subscribes to numerous academic journals covering a wide range of topics. She kept a journal to document her thoughts and experiences during her travels. Document as verb. To provide evidence or support for something by recording or documenting it. To record or capture information, events, or facts in writing, print, or electronic format. The police officer documented the details of the accident in the official police report. It's important to document your sources when writing a research paper to avoid plagiarism. Please document any changes you make to the project plan in the official report. The scientist meticulously documented her experiments and observations in her research journal. The journalist was there to document the protest, capturing images and interviews for the news story. Transcript is noun. A written or printed copy of spoken words, a record or documentation of verbal communication. A written record of academic coursework, grades, and achievements, typically issued by an educational institution. The court reporter provided a transcript of the witness's testimony for the trial record. She requested a transcript of the meeting to review the key points discussed. The university sent her a copy of her academic transcript upon graduation. The transcript of the interview was used as evidence in the investigation. Students can request an official transcript from their school to submit with college applications. Abstract as adjective. Existing in thought or as an idea, but not having a physical or concrete existence. Relating to or denoting art that does not attempt to represent external reality, but rather seeks to achieve its effect using shapes, colors, and textures. Love is an abstract emotion that is difficult to define, but deeply felt by individuals. Abstract paintings often feature bold colors and geometric shapes rather than recognizable objects or scenes. The concept of justice is abstract and can vary greatly depending on cultural and societal norms. In philosophy, abstract concepts such as truth and beauty are often debated and explored. The company's mission statement was written in abstract terms, focusing on broad goals rather than specific actions. Codex is noun. A collection or system of rules or laws, a code. A manuscript book, especially one handwritten or ancient, in the form of a flat tablet or a volume, as opposed to a scroll. The library housed a rare codex dating back to the 12th century. The codex contained valuable information about medieval medicine. The scribe carefully transcribed the text onto the codex. Archaeologists discovered a codex buried in the ruins of an ancient city. Scholars studied the codex to decipher its ancient script. Script is noun. Handwriting as distinct from print, written characters. The written text of a play, movie, or broadcast. She wrote the script for the documentary series. His handwriting was so neat, it looked like printed script. The script for the new film was praised for its originality. The actors rehearsed their lines from the script. The calligrapher practiced various styles of script. Anthology is noun. A collection of artistic works, music compositions, or films, usually with a common theme or purpose. A collection of selected literary pieces, such as poems, short stories, or essays, often by different authors. The anthology film explored different perspectives on love and relationships through a series of interconnected stories. She purchased an anthology of American poetry, featuring works by Emily Dickinson, Langston Hughes, and Robert Frost. The anthology of jazz music showcased performances by legendary artists such as Miles Davis and Duke Ellington. The science fiction anthology included stories by Isaac Asimov, Arthur C. Clarke, and Philip K. Dick. The museum curated an anthology of Renaissance paintings for its upcoming exhibition. Periodical as adjective. Recurring or happening at regular intervals. Periodic or cyclic in nature. Occurring or published regularly, typically with a fixed schedule. Relating to publications or media that are issued or published at regular intervals, such as magazines, journals, or newspapers. She writes a periodical column for the local newspaper, offering advice on gardening. The library subscribes to several periodical publications for academic research purposes. The scientific journal publishes periodical articles on advances in medical research and technology. The company issues a periodical newsletter to keep employees informed about company news and events. The magazine provides periodical updates on the latest trends in fashion and lifestyle. Pamphlet as noun. A short printed work, often written for the purpose of advocacy, education, or promotion, distributed to inform or persuade readers about a particular subject. A small booklet or brochure, typically consisting of a few pages, containing information, illustrations, or advertisements on a specific topic or issue. The political party handed out pamphlets outlining their platform and policy proposals. She picked up a pamphlet at the tourism office to learn about the city's historical landmarks. The health department distributed pamphlets on the importance of hand hygiene during flu season. The environmental organization produced pamphlets to raise awareness about climate change and conservation efforts. The museum offers pamphlets to visitors with information about the exhibits and guided tours. Level up your English. Master vocabulary, idioms, and phrasal verbs with fun quizzes. Translate meanings into 104 languages. Download now. Link in the description. Please like and subscribe to our channel.